Day one of the Junior League Softball World Series in Kirkland, Washington. We continue pool play with our second game of the day on this field. The local team, Kirkland, District 9, will be taking on the central representative from the state of Michigan. North Carolina, representing the Southeast, has already gotten a win today in Pool A over the Czechia team. And California, representing the West, with the win over Asia Pacific, the Philippines, in Pool B. You play everybody in your pool once. Top 4 teams from each pool advance into bracket play. Day started with rain, but clouds have parted for the most part. I'm Sam Gore along with Kenzie Fowler, and ready for another one.
Look, opening day, and we've already had 2 games in the books, and your game that we called together, we saw a run roll, and then the field across the way was a pitcher's duel. So who knows what's going to happen on day one, and it's the debut for both of these squads, Michigan and the host team, Washington.
Yeah, look at our umpires for this game. All volunteers, meeting with the coaches and players just prior to the start of the game. So umpires from all over the world as well. And let's look at the central team. They are from the state of Michigan, representing the Hudsonville Little League. And they're going up against the local team. Kirkland gets to have their own entry into this World Series each year, and here's who they will bring to the plate, Kenzie.
Well, without a doubt, it's the most energized fan base, as it should be, right? The home team, they've been waiting around a little bit, waiting for this game to get going, but you look out into the stands that are, crowd around that third base dugout, and it's full. This whole community is here to watch this Kirkland Little League team.
Yeah, a lot of people came out to the celebrity game yesterday in the opening ceremonies. This town of Kirkland really embraces this event. And now they have players that have grown up just steps from this field. And this Washington team will face Lucy Baker in the circle.
See the smiles already. It's just so crucial for these pitchers on day one to see who can get most comfortable the quickest, because as the week goes on, you'll get your rhythm and you'll feel comfortable as the tournament progresses. But that day one, shake those nerves, see if you can set the tone right away for your team.
Again, this is a 7-inning game. If you're up by 15 or more after 3.5 innings, you can get a run rule victory. We saw that in the first game, and also if you're up by 10 or more runs after 6 innings, or 5.5 if the home team is up, that is also a run rule win. And it is Central who is the home team to start this game. Eiley Schwarzkopf coming up to bat for Washington in front of a lot of hometown fans. And Schwarzkopf up to bat now, 14 years old. Should be playing shortstop defensively. And first pitch inside. Schwarzkopf speaks Japanese fluently and is writing a 250-page book in Japanese. Also pretty good in dodgeball, I bet. Baker looking to settle in and throw her first strike.
There it is. And sometimes it really just takes one pitch in that first inning to allow your shoulders to reset and to allow yourself to take a breath.
So 3-1 the count right away to Schwarzkopf from right here in Kirkland, Washington. Catcher Breslin Wilcox going out to talk to Baker in the circle.
I think Wilcox was talking to our home plate umpire just about the strike zone, trying to figure out where the zone is and then going to communicate that quickly to her pitcher in the circle.
Found it on that pitch. Count goes full 3-2. First batter of the game. Both teams' first game. Hit over to third. Got her. Tuttle rifled the throw over to Wilmore. Wilmore did a good job at first to hang on to that.
That was just a slow developing play, and you're holding your breath. Is she going to have the arm to get this out? And she did. Uncomfortable swing results a weak contact, but by a step. Huge first out.
Natalia Atienza, next batter. That was off right at her dugout. Yeah. So sorry. So Washington team, a lot of multilingual players. She speaks Russian.
It's not unique to see a Washington player have their favorite athlete be Ichiro, though, right? That's pretty standard if you're from here.
Yeah, that's true. Favorite team's the Seahawks. Nice pitch. Baker 1-2 with this pitch.
See this ball going upstairs. Big swing from Atienza. Ooh.
Home plate umpire says that missed on the outside corner, 2-2. That is hit over to third, but foul. Oh, a nice grab by Tuttle off the hop. Back to Tuttle, and Tuttle with both put out so far. Two down.
Keep feeding her. It's a good arm. That one was a little bit easier, not as dramatic as the first one, where it was a slow roller and shit to come get it. That one came right to her a little bit easier.
Next up, Ruby Stevens, daughter of manager Mike Stevens. Ruby aspires to be a ski instructor one day, or a softball coach. That's a strike. Strike two. Baker starting to find her rhythm in the circle right now. It's sharply to second, no problem for Connell. 3 up, 3 down. And it will be Michigan coming to bat when we come back to Kirkland, Washington. Hey, welcome back to Kirkland, Washington, everybody. Sam Gore along with Kenzie Fowler. And here's a look at the batting order for this Michigan team. They're only sending 10 to the plate today. They're missing 2 players that'll be with them the rest of the World Series after today.
I'll tell you though, a shorter lineup, if you can get that lineup rolling, it could be kind of a good thing. Get your players more at bats. Yeah, we'll see a couple more players join that Michigan roster, join that lineup. But they've got 10, they can go.
It'll be pitcher versus pitcher. Baker is going to square off against her counterpart, Charlie Scavera, 14-year-old righty working in the circle for this Washington District 9 team. And Washington, again, that's Mike Stevens, manager. Lives here in Kirkland, founder and partner of a sales and consulting agency in the footwear industry. Daughter Ruby's on the team. And so Lucy Baker up to bat now for Michigan. First batter of the day for Central. Her nickname is Asian Swing Station. Lucy Asian Swing Station Baker. I like it. She also speaks some Vietnamese as well as Spanish. So Baker will take her base as she is hit by the pitch. So right away, Michigan with 1 on. And Delaney Cribbs will be the next batter.
Michigan looking to do a little button run there. That was a really aggressive lead at first by Baker.
Yeah, get some small ball going here. Delaney Diesel Cribbs, loving the nicknames for this Michigan team. Cribbs can switch hit, but when she hits on the left, she typically will slap. It's a strike. 1 and 2. Runner on first, no outs. There's the slap over to third. Not in time, and Baker's going to take third base. So a lot of speed on the bases.
And Delaney Cribbs can get down the line. I mean, she was almost at first base by the time the third baseman for Washington, Charlotte Green, was getting ready to throw it. Look at her get down the line.
Yeah.
There's no need for a throw.
Good infield single. So runners at first and third, no outs. Brooklyn B right, runner going to second. They'll throw down to third. Trying to catch Baker off guard, but they don't. So now runners at second and third for Michigan. And Brooklyn B right up to bat. I think that hit her, it did. Now it's going to load the bases. So 2 batters hit by pitch here to start this game. And the bases are loaded.
Both of those hit by pitches coming against right-handed hitters, so the righty in the circle, Scavera just struggling a little bit on that inner half.
Lila Connell up to bat now. Gonna clean the plate off before Connell can get in the batter's box. Future FBI agent or interior designer.
Oh, I'm down with the second one.
It's a
I'm not brave enough to be an FBI agent, but
a wide variety of career choices. But when you're 14, why not?
You have so many options in front of you. I'm down with the interior designer.
Everybody needs a good interior designer in the family.
That's right. Go into everyone's home and say, you're doing this all wrong. Let me tell you what could look better.
Bases loaded. Central looking to score first. Inside, ball 2. Connell hit a home run in the state championship game for her team. Put them in the regional. On the ground. 1 run scores and nobody out. Baker came across home plate for the first game, and Connell reaches first base safely. Bases still loaded.
Bases loaded.
Lily Tuttle up to bat now for Michigan. Tuttle hit her first over-the-fence home run of the season during the state tournament. That's a tough hop, and it gets through the infield. 2 more runs will score for Central. And the runner goes to second, so Tuttle makes it all the way to second base and drives in a couple of runs.
So Michigan already had 1 run across without a ball leaving the infield, and so now 2 coming across. This ball just getting out of the infield, barely to the outfield, but the speed for Michigan on the bases. You get a couple of free passes with those hit by pitches. How can you use those free passes and get them across? Well, just put the ball in play.
You know, this event tends to reward aggressive base running. 3-0 now. Central out in front. Still no outs. And they'll have runners at second and third when everything breaks up. Breslin B-Dog Wilcox coming up to bat for Michigan. That gets away from the catcher. Runner is coming home. And safe, sliding into home is Connell. Tuttle advances to third, so another run. And it's 4-0. So B-Dog Wilcox on her questionnaire, her favorite food is a peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
I did not know that was a combination.
I didn't either. I grew up on peanut butter banana sandwiches, but obviously she likes sodium.
I'm gonna say, are you brave enough to go home and try that?
I would try it. Hit over to third. No play. And B-Dog, powered by that PB&P, is down at first.
Classic. Is she just messing with us? She could be.
Well, her other favorite food is steak. But I like the creativity.
Yeah, I feel like she could just be messing with us.
Steenstra up now. Runner going to second. So Central with 2 on, no outs. Steenstra up to bat. 3 hits and 5 RBIs in the regional championship game. And Michigan representing the Central region here in the World Series. One of Steenstra's hobbies is cleaning. I want to just take my hat off to her parents, how they convinced their child to have a hobby is cleaning.
Yeah,
Good job, Mom and Dad.
Hobby. Maybe it's just how you frame it, right? If I go home and switch my attitude about cleaning my house.
I love cleaning.
Yeah, this
It's
is my
hobby.
favorite hobby.
Steenstra fouls that back.
Ooh, little fan
Yeah,
grab.
good catch. A lot of softball siblings back there. It's a culture in and of itself.
Get us on camera. Get us on camera.
Full count to Steenstra. No outs. Pops that up high into center field. Making the catch is Atienza. Runner will tag home. So a sacrifice fly brings in the 5th run of the game.
Now batting the center fielder, number 14.
1 out.
Kind of ironic that that was the first out of the inning and it was the best contact that we've seen. Everything else has kind of been a slow developing play, a couple of bleeders just finding some holes. That ball was pretty deep.
Izzy Wilmore up to bat now, sends that right to the second baseman. Good catch by Ruby Stevens. And quickly 2 outs. And still a runner on third for Central. This Michigan team up 5-0.
Zoe Cole.
And Zoe Cole going to try to get a 2-out rally going here. Base hit to bring in another run. We have a courtesy runner coming in for number 17, Breslin Wilcox, catcher.
Izzy Wilmore, the courtesy runner for
So Wilmore, the last batter, gets to be that courtesy runner.
It's my favorite rule.
Strike to Cole. Zoe joining her team here in Kirkland, Washington. First time she had ever been on an airplane. Oh, and 2 the count. Scavera looking for her first strikeout. Coach Casey Wilcox, manager of this Michigan team. She's a global account manager by profession, longtime Little League leader. A lot of the players on her team have been playing together since they were 5 years old in T-ball. It's a group that's just progressed through Little League. And a strikeout. So that's Scavera's first strikeout. Gets out the last 3 batters she faced, but not without Central scoring 5 runs. So Michigan up 5-0 at the end of 1. Well, we're in Kirkland, Washington, and Kirkland has its own team here. This Kirkland area just absolutely beautiful along the banks of Lake Washington's Moss Bay, and it has been home to this Junior League Softball World Series all the way back to 1999. The only home this Junior League Softball World Series has had, and not surprisingly, no one wants to leave here. It's just such a beautiful place, good time of year, fantastic ballpark, and the community does such a great job at supporting not only their team but also the overall event.
Downtown is always decorated with Little League and softballs everywhere, just signage.
Yeah, on all the street poles, this year they have a decorative softball necklace hanging from those poles. This is Hannah DeGruder. Speaks Dutch, plays the cello, and wants to become an endocrinologist at 14 years old. I did not know what that was.
Well, you can educate me because I currently do not know what that is.
1-2. Obviously, this is a local team. And DeGruder hits it on the ground. Connell has to charge it and makes the play. Good job. So you don't even, just reminded that downtown there's the cow that has the necklace too. Not just the light poles. You have no excuse not to come to this event if you live in Kirkland. It's the biggest thing in town right now. It's the home of Costco and Google.
I know, I need to go to Costco just to say I've been to like the Kirkland Costco.
I drove by it a couple of days ago. Didn't go in though. Charlie Scavera up to bat. Lines that out to center field, and it gets past Steenstra. And the first big hit of the game for this Washington team.
Big swing here from our starting pitcher for Washington, Charlie Scavera.
Stepping in for Washington.
Gets a pitch over the heart of the plate, and a little bit of a misread out in center field by Peyton Steenstra. You could see the couple of steps that she had taken forward and then had to backtrack, but either way, that ball was hit on a line.
Mila Jones up to bat now for Washington. Washington with the runner in scoring position for the first time. They're down 5-0 here in the top of the second. And what a softball season it's been for Mila Jones. She has not lost a game all season. Her Little League team went undefeated in the regular season. Whole all-star season went undefeated. Good pitch by Baker. Nice cut, nice pitch. Did you really want me to explain endocrinologist?
Only if you think I should know.
Having, they basically deal with hormone disorders.
Okay.
It's that kind of doctor. Very high tech.
All right.
Very specialized.
Okay. You have to be smart. Understand even what your job description is called.
Jones finally makes contact, hits it right at second base. Do they get her? Yes.
Wow.
The flip out of the glove by Connell. What a big league play.
Man, you've just got to stick with it. She doesn't give up on it. Yes, it's not the cleanest field, but the little glove flip got her.
Wow.
That was headsy.
That may be Sports Center worthy.
Oh, that was good. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Charlotte Green stepping into the batter's box one of the taller players on this Washington team. Listed at 5'9", wants to become a firefighter one day. Takes a strike. Remember, there is a runner at third. Mila Jones is now the runner who just got out. She's a courtesy runner now. Green trying to drive her in with 2 outs. Green, a big UCLA softball fan. That's some heat. Baker thought it was a strikeout. She was headed to the dugout.
Happens to the best of us.
Lucy Asian Swing Station Baker. That's my favorite nickname so far. And it comes right back with more heat to get her first strikeout of the game. And Washington leaves one on.
A little bit of a jam here with a runner at third, but 2 strikes, 2 outs, gets that final K and her first strikeout.
Michigan up 5-0. Do you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Of course you do. Well, visit playlittleleague.org, enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. And that is the beauty of Little League. It is community-based. We are determining which community has the best junior league team in the world. 5-0 Michigan out in front. Going to be coming up to the plate to try to add to that lead. The local community out supporting this team that they've actually seen play all year on this field. In fact, one of the traditions of this Washington team, they have picnics here at the field in Everest Park. Beautiful complex. We're using 2 fields this week. Got another game going on right now as well. And here's Rylan DeCock, the last batter in their 10-batter continuous order. Takes a strike, and they're missing 2 players today that should be with him the rest of the event. So that continuous batting order will go to 12. If you're on the roster and you're here and you're not injured, you're coming up to bat. Gets away from Scavera for ball 2.
Saw a couple of free passes in that first inning, 2 hit by pitches. Both of those hit by pitches were to right-handed hitters.
And DeCock draws the walk. First base on balls given up today by Scavera, but Central with a runner on right away. Time called by Washington.
You got to send a player out in the bathroom. You got to send an advocate with them or something? Okay, here you go. Send them on their way. Just one is fine. Yeah. Thank you. Here we go, ladies.
I was trying to listen to see what that conversation was about.
Yeah, I was too. I couldn't really tell.
Pick it up.
Doesn't look like it's impacting anything. Baker takes a strike from her fellow pitcher Scavera. Baker one day wants to own her own coffee shop. This would be a good place to get started in the coffee business. Wonder how it is in Michigan. Now her favorite food, extra crisp green grapes.
I just feel like there's a missed opportunity. Instead of a coffee shop, why not a bakery?
In Michigan? Or just in general?
Her last
Because
name
her
is
last name's
Baker.
Baker. Ah, I got it, yeah.
I'm like,
Baker Bakery.
We can do both.
Yeah.
Sell
Usually coffee shops have bakery items.
Yeah. Lucy's Bakery. I'm just saying.
Two and two. That is hit to left field, but just foul. If she had straightened that out, that was going to be trouble. 200 down that left and right field line. See the other field in action right now. Our field is on the left side of your screen. Right field is the other game going on. It's pool play today. Teams playing other teams in their pool. And a strikeout. Baker goes down swinging. That's strikeout number 2 from Scavera, but she struck out 2 of her last 3.
Hudsonville, right fielder Delaney Cripps.
Strikeout on the other field
Yeah.
as well, it looked like. Or maybe it was just strike 2.
Diesel Cribbs up to bat, caught by Green. What a play at third.
Coming in a little bit, anticipating some short game, but then kind of holding her ground. Good reaction.
Charlotte Green holding it down at third. Brooklyn B. Wright up to bat. Wright got hit by a pitch in her first at bat, but ended up scoring one of those 5 runs that Michigan put up. This is the bottom of the second. They scored those 5 runs in the bottom of the first. Check swing didn't go. Two and one. B wants to be a sports broadcaster when she's a little older. She could actually start now if she wanted. You know, it's interesting, Wright has a twin brother, but her twin brother is a foot taller than she is. So she's 5 feet, he's 6 feet, and it's her twin.
Tell you, Michigan's going to be kind of kicking themselves a little bit. They had that free pass to the 10th batter in the lineup, the bottom of the lineup, and not only have they not been able to score her, but they haven't been able to move her over into scoring position until now.
Yeah. Ball gets away from the catcher. DeGruder runs back and grabs it, but the runner, DeCock, is at second base now. 2 outs. Chance for Wright to drive in that run. Gets it to short, picked up by Schwarzkopf. Did her foot stay on? Yes. So Central leaves 1 on, but Central still out in front of Washington, 5-0 at the end of 2. Michigan out in front of Washington 5-0 as we head into the top of the 3rd. Selling some raffle tickets in the stands right now.
Oh, they know they're on TV. Here we go.
Shirt off.
Trying to start a shirtless section. Start them young.
Yeah.
Been watching a lot of college football, right?
Lucy Baker stays in the circle for Michigan, and she will face Vivian Zavala. Washington trying to get a runner on here early, down 5-0. Zavala's uncle is Jed Brophy, who is known for her roles in The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit films. A New Zealand actor. It's a strike. Strike 2. Baker just blowing it by Zavala right now. Some heat. Wind is picked up. Blowing towards left field.
Illegal pitch, ball in the batter.
And an illegal pitch called and a ball to the batter, so that makes the count full.
I believe she took the ball out of her glove while her feet were on the mound.
And ends up walking Zavala. So Washington with a runner on right away.
That's the first free pass from Lucy Baker. She had been pitching to contact the first 2 innings. Just the 1 hit given up. Stranded that double in the 2nd.
Gibson squares around the bunt. Runner going down to second. Got her! What a throw from behind the plate by Wilcox. Gets Zavala out.
What a statement. Little fake bunt, take steal, and just on the money from Wilcox to right, laying down the tag. Yeah, they got her.
Yeah.
What a tag. And I love the emotion. I mean, you practice that so much, so for it to happen in your first game of the Little League World Series, fires you up.
Breslin Wilcox behind the plate. Serena Gibson. Strike two. Serena Farmer Joe Gibson. That's her nickname, and one day wants to own her own pizza restaurant called Farmer Joe's Pizza. I don't know where she got the Farmer Joe from, though. Her parents' names are Kirsten and James. Fouls that off. Count still 2-2. 1 out. Washington lost the base runner. And a strikeout up high. Gibson went for it. And second strikeout thrown by Baker.
Little defensive momentum. So the throw out at second base feeds Lucy Baker in the circle, and she follows it up with a big strikeout. That's her second so far of this ball game.
Arlia Proano coming up to bat now for Washington, trying to get the 2-out rally started. Proano was perfect from the plate, had a perfect on-base percentage during their last tournament that put them here in the World Series. Baker, whoops, that got away.
It's not exactly where I wanted it.
At least she was laughing about it. Big swing by Proano. Baker got her to take that cut. 2 strikes now, 2 outs. Proano with a 2-2 count. Outside corner called strike 3. So Baker strikes out 2 of the last 3 batters she faces and keeps Washington off the scoreboard.
Lucy Baker, she's feeling it. Her teammate was picking her up on defense, and she said, I'll take the rest. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning.
yesterday in Kirkland, the opening ceremonies. There was a challenger game also, which is always one of the most special days for these players, where they get to play with youth from around the community. And it's such a fun experience for these softball players to get to play with these little kids.
Yeah, look at everyone out there, and the teams are mixing in together. Looks like Puerto Rico waiting in the wings.
Yeah, Puerto Rico will be playing in our final game on this field today against a team from Czech Republic.
Puerto Rico, they were here a season ago.
Yeah, a lot of the same players.
I remember Puerto Rico having the best defense of last year's Junior Little League World Series. They were so much fun to watch.
We'll see them a little later today. Here's Lila Connell up to bat for Michigan, facing Scavera. Connell, big star for this Michigan team in their state championship and regional championship. She had a home run in the state championship and pitched in the regional championship game. These teams have been through a long journey to get to this point. That is hit hard into the gap between center field and right field. And she got halfway to second and then decided to retreat because the outfield did such a good job at getting that ball in. Connell, though, with a leadoff single.
You know what? That's exactly how you do it, though. First step is to hit this ball right on the money, right center field, and you can see her eyes. She's watching that ball saying, can I make it? Can I push this a little bit? It's my call. Let me go until I can't, and then I can always go back to first base. That's exactly how you do it.
Tuttle back up to bat now. She got a single in her first at bat and ended up scoring a run. Tuttle trying to move over Connell, who's the base runner at first.
We haven't seen any short game from Michigan yet.
Runner going. Throw down to second, not in time. Connell got a good jump to steal second.
Well, you don't need any short game when you can steal bases. So Connell, she doesn't get second base on her hit, but she'll take a steal. Left on time, good jump.
And no hesitation at all there. 2-1 to Tuttle. 3-1. Connell took a big lead at second. Tuttle hits that right back up to the pitcher, and Scavera could not get it in her glove long enough to make a play. So Tuttle is safe at first, and the runners are now at first and third. No outs.
Oh, that was tough for Scavera. She had not one but two chances on that play. Couldn't get the out.
Breslin Wilcox up to bat now. Runners at first and third. I would imagine Michigan going to try to get Tuttle down to second. She's the base runner at first.
I would steal right now.
Looked like she was going base hit into the outfield to score another run. And the runners will end up at second and third, but Michigan extends its lead 6-0. Good hitting today.
Yeah, 3 singles in a row here for Michigan. And just seeing the ball very well to the opposite field. These right-handed hitters, they're not afraid to be late. Just very confident in their swings.
Steenstra up to bat now. Runners at second and third, no outs. Takes a strike. This is the bottom of the third inning. Michigan has scored in 2 of their 3 at bats so far. Steenstra hit a deep ball to the outfield that was caught in her first at bat, but it drove in a run. Takes a ball inside there. Steenstra, 5'8", just 13 years old. Goes after that, rips it through the hole between third and short. And 2 more runs will score for Michigan. Good base running by Michigan to get those 2 runs across, and it's now 8-0.
Yeah, Michigan offensively right now just finding holes. But you have to credit what they're doing. They're getting themselves into hitters' counts, and then they can open their swing up. And it's funny for Steenstra, this scores 2, but not as hard hit as her last at bat, but still continues to find a way to make something happen.
She's driven in 3 runs.
Yeah.
There's Izzy Wilmore. Steenstra trying to coax a throw from DeGruder behind the plate, doesn't go for it. Wilmore, we were talking about opening a baking business earlier. She actually does want to open her own bakery one day. It's over to first. Brawano steps on first, runner moves down to second. And that is just the first out here in the bottom of the third. And the runner in scoring position for Michigan right now, standing down at second base, is Peyton Steenstra.
Hey, Top, be ready. Be ready to keep this thing rolling here.
Number 7, Zoe Cole stepping in for Central.
Zoe Cole up to bat, struck out in her first at bat today. Trying to drive that run in from second. Inside to Cole. Cole, an equestrian, competes in a show, in a horse showing. Like wants to be a large animal vet one day.
Favorite softball player, Alexis Jensen, a Nebraska fan. Freshman All-American.
Escavera was really trying to get Cole to chase that pitch, didn't do it. 2-1, 1 out. Runner at second. Good pitch.
I'd love to see her go right back to it. And just also have the confidence of striking out Cole in her last at bat. I continue to feed that confidence.
That's going to be tough. Scavera picks it up, makes the tag. But the runner advances over to third. Nice play by Scavera, the pitcher. That could have been trouble.
Yeah, this is so fun. You just go take it yourself. You see the out as a pitcher, and you can feel the jam shots. So you can kind of get a little bit of a head start. Like, oh, she's not going to square this up, but I have to go run it down. A lot of times pitchers are afraid to leave the circle, but that's when you can make things happen, and it's so much fun.
DeCock fouls that off. Remember, Michigan has the runner at third base right now. Steenstra is the base runner. 2 outs. Michigan up 8-0 here in the bottom of the third. Called strike 2. Scavera hits that right back up the middle, it's off of Scavera, scores a run. So that was a hard hit ball by DeCock up the middle, and it drives in another run for Michigan.
I love that little moment right there between DeCock and Scavera. DeCock kind of looked at her like, are you all right? And you saw Scavera give her the thumbs up. This is an 0-2 pitch. That's just a little bit too sweet, and Ryland DeCock hits it right back up the middle, and man, I've been there. Sometimes you just hang one and the ball gets hit right back to you, and that ball was hit very well. So it's difficult for Scavera. All you're doing at that point is just kind of fighting for your life. Can I just knock this ball away from me?
The lead has grown now to 9-0, and we're back to the top of the batting order for Michigan. Baker up to bat. Baker's done a good job in the circle for Michigan. Has not allowed Washington to score a run yet. Good job by DeGruder behind the plate. Good stop. Anna DeGruder back there behind the plate. Strike to Baker with a 3-0 count. Scavera trying to get her team back up to bat. Baker, a diving grab by Schwarzkopf, but not in time to get the out. But what a stop by the shortstop.
Yeah, just to keep this ball in the infield. The quick reactions, full body, and I would have maybe loved just to see her stay on her knees, turn to second, and make the throw. I think she would have had time for the out with how hard that ball was hit.
Looks like Washington will make a change in the circle. Scavera will be out, and coming in, looks like it's going to be number 9, Ruby Stevens. So while she gets her warm-up pitches in and they reset the defense, we will step aside here in Kirkland. Change in the circle for Washington. Ruby Stevens will now pitch for the Washington team. Comes into the game with 2 outs, 2 runners on, and facing Diesel Cribbs. That slapped the shortstop, and the play is made by Schwarzkopf. But Central adds 4 runs to their total and leads 9-0 at the end of 3.
The offense is rolling for Michigan. They scored 5 in the first and now 4 in the third, and it is action all over this lineup. They are feeling good.
Michigan up 9-0 on 9 hits as we get to the top of the 4th. Want to see some girls with game? Tune into an exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and more. And one of the most popular hats and t-shirts at these events is the Girls with Game gear. A lot of people in the outfield watching the games today. That's a good spot to be. Get to sit on that little hill out there and soak in this late afternoon breeze.
What do we got here?
Ice cream.
Ice cream sandwiches, ice cream, maybe a slushie. It's a good life.
It's a,
What is it, 70 degrees out maybe?
maybe. The concession stand here is world class. 68 degrees, I'm being told.
Oh, man.
Get to sleep out here.
I'm sure there's parts of the world that are listening to that going, man, wish it was 68 where I live.
Including my wife back in Florida.
Saying, yeah, my husband back at home in Arizona.
This is a place to be if you want to find a break from the heat and watch some world-class softball. A pitch inside. And Baker works quick. Already 3-1 the count to Frankie Miser. Miser fouls that off. Miser's dad played Little League for Kirkland. And now she's representing the same community here in this Junior League World Series. She also has a black belt in Taekwondo.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fouls that off, stay alive. Count is now 3-2.
That's why she's so good at defending those pitches
Probably.
on the inner half.
Good hands, yeah.
Just the quick reflexes.
Went around there, and Baker gets the strikeout Baker now has struck out her last 3 batters, and if you go back further to that, 4 of the last 5.
Batting number 2, Meredith Allen.
Lucy Baker, the baker who wants to own a coffee shop.
I'm going to convince her to flip it. Make it a bakery, sell coffee. Your last name is Baker. You just have to do it.
Baker facing the final batter in the continuous batting order for Washington, Meredith Allen. Allen rips that just foul down the third baseline.
All right. Winning ticket number begins with 592 and a 5.
Allen, big Jenny Finch fan. With the ball. Oh,
Got her.
I think Allen was surprised.
I think we all were.
Yeah. Umpire said, hey, that hit you on the elbow.
She's like,
did
did it? She's
Really?
looking. Really? Let me see.
All right, I'll go to first.
Oh, yeah, it did hit me. All right.
First batter hit by Baker. But 1 out, and now Washington with a runner on. We go back to the top of the batting order now. Eiley Schwartzkopf, he's done such a good job at shortstop.
I gotta say that 5 times fast.
Shortstop, Schwartzkopf.
Yeah.
Schwartzkopf, shortstop.
It's perfect.
I didn't do it 5 times, though.
No, no. At home, everyone can try it.
Her uncle, a professional marathon runner. It's foul back. She must be a pilot one day. If she won the lottery, she would buy her own plane. Good pitch by Baker. Comes right back and gets the strikeout after hitting Allen.
Well, Lucy Baker, she's had 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch. So 2 free passes through the lineup 1 time. So that's really good. And every time that she's given up the free pass, what has she come back and done right after that free pass? Strikeout.
Only given up 1 hit. That was Charlie Scavera. Got a double. Atienza squaring around a bunt. Allen is the runner at first. Atienza the batter. Sit back to the pitcher, and Baker got her glove on it, and it slowed it down just enough to cause no one to have a play there. So that's a break for Washington, and now they have 2 on.
The starting pitcher, Ruby Stevens.
Atienza, she hits this ball well up the middle and running well down the line. Just the second hit that Lucy Baker has given up.
Ruby Stevens up to bat now. Goes after that first pitch for the first strike. 2 outs. Stevens, 14-year-old. Gilmore Girls' favorite TV show. That's classic for her.
I do love me some Gilmore Girls. Team Jess. Just throw that out there.
Her mom played on the Kirkland team that won the state championship, advanced to regionals. Her mom, Kelly. Takes a strike. Strike 2. 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th inning of the 7-inning game. Michigan up 9-0. And a strikeout again by Baker. And that will send Washington back out into the field. Baker getting hot.
Yeah, she's rolling. That's now strikeout number 6 for Lucy Baker. And every time that there's a couple of runners on, she comes up and gets out of the jam.
Look at the iconic Space Needle in Seattle, which is not too far away from here in Kirkland, Washington. And right now, Michigan leading Washington 9-0 as we head into the bottom of the fourth. I hope they find what they're looking for.
Not a bad seat in the house, though. You see their pupper with them. There's my guy Jim in center field, dancing with his broccoli. Yeah, we've got a lot of puppers in the house. I mean, how can you not love it? It's just like, why not? If I'm living around here and stretch my legs, eat some snacks, be with my dog.
Be right up to bat now for Michigan. Wright goes after that pitch, fouls it off. Wright trying to get something started here for Michigan. In the bottom of the fourth, her team with a 9-0 lead. And, that is a high, but a strike called. And Wright shakes her head. Doesn't believe that. Wright is only 5 feet tall. She's a smaller strike zone. So one of the fascinating things about this level of softball, you have players like Wright that are 5 feet, and you have some players that are practically 6 feet. It's a wide swing of heights at this age. So Wright will take her base, sprints down.
She's been on base twice, and both times it's been via a free pass. Hit by a pitch in the first, and now a walk here in the fourth.
Scored a run in the first inning after she was hit by a pitch. And Connell up to bat now. Connell's perfect, 2 for 2 today. Has scored a couple of runs. Wright sprints down to second uncontested. So runner in scoring position right away for Michigan. Runner will go to third. Wright has moved all the way from first to third during this at bat.
Got 2 strikes for Scavera, but productive on the base paths for Wright. She's moving.
Gets away from the catcher, and Wright thought about coming, got about halfway down, and then retreated back.
Ooh.
Mila Jones is now the catcher.
I think she could have made it. There was just too much hesitation. Hesitated once there, and then hesitates again. But you've got to credit Mila for getting that quickly in.
Well, she ends up scoring anyway. Nice base hit up the middle by Connell, and that extends the lead to 10-0. And Connell is 3 for 3 today.
So it took 4 pitches for Brooklyn Wright at first base to come around and score. Lila Connell just driving this right back up the middle. And after all of that base stealing, Brooklyn Wright can just jog on home.
Connell jogs down to second base after that pitch got by the catcher. Batter is Tuttle. Tuttle also perfect 2 for 2 today. Scored a couple of runs. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. It's inside. Runner goes to third. So Connell again makes it down to third base with no outs. Tuttle showing bunt. Now pulls it back.
One spot, kid, one spot.
So Tuttle will take her base. Runners now at first and third with no outs. And Breslin Wilcox, who's 2 for 2, will step up to bat for Michigan.
For Hudsonville, Michigan, Breslin Wilcox.
Tuttle the runner over at first. Connell the runner at third. Swings on the first pitch. That is trouble. It gets over the left fielder, Allen. And Michigan extends the lead. That was very close to getting out of here.
She was ready to go. First pitch. Almost had enough to get out of here. And you can see where Tuttle was at first base and Connell was able to score easily, but Tuttle went back to tag a little bit. And so by the time Wilcox went to first base, she was like, hey, you got to go over to second.
Yeah.
I hit that ball well.
Stevens coming off the circle, ran into the dugout and needs her sunglasses. Sun is bright, and at this time of day, that sun is in her face. You can see from the shadow she cast. It's coming right into her face. So interesting right now, 2 on, an 11-0 lead. Steenstra the batter. Good pitch. Central could get to 15 runs this inning. They would walk it off by run rule.
With no outs right now on the board, not out of the question.
Outside, runners at first and second, both taking big leads, but retreated back. Just one down, or excuse me, no outs. Three and one, a walk here would load the bases. And Steenstra takes ball 4, so the bases are loaded now. And the winning run coming up to the plate, Wilmore. And Washington is going to have a talk in the circle. And may have another pitching change. Let's see.
Well, this part of the lineup for Michigan, a little bit quiet just by the standards that they have set, with a lot of runs scored and hits being all over the lineup. So you're looking at the 8-9 spot with Wilmore and Cole. No hits on the day.
And no change in the circle, just a little bit of a pump up by manager Mike Stevens. Came out, gave his daughter, Ruby, a high five, leaving her in the circle. Izzy Wilmore stepping up to bat. Bases are loaded. Michigan up 11-0. Yeah, that is foul. Home run would win the game. Wind is picked up and is blowing out now. looking for her first hit of the day, her third at bat. Goes after that, hits it back up to Stevens in the circle. They get 1 out, 1 run scores. 12-0 Michigan. And 1 down. Good job by Stevens.
That brings up number 7, Zoe Cole.
Zoe Cole up to bat now. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Good pitch.
Michigan, they want these runs. You can see it on the base pads. You're looking for any reason to go.
Gets away from the catcher. They're going to send the runner, and she scores. Coming in to score is Wilcox. And advancing to third is Steenstra. So another run comes across for Michigan. Cole stays in the batter's box. Hits that up the middle. They will score another. And it is 14-0 now. Michigan 1 run away from ending this game by run rule. Up to bat, Rylan DeCock takes a strike. DeCock had a big hit in her last at bat.
I was just thinking that about her last at bat. She could do it. Always hard to score from first base, but the way that Michigan has been running the bases, ball down the line, why not?
DeCock gets it to shortstop. They'll try to get the play at first. They do. Runner still in scoring position. So DeCock advances the runner to second. 2 outs.
Nice play up the middle here from Schwarzkopf. Good arm.
So the winning run is at second base. Lucy Baker, the leadoff batter, up now. Got a hit in her last at bat. And Baker watches a strike.
I wonder if she knows the situation that she's in. Starting pitcher for Michigan, where they are at in the game. Of course, she's at the plate. If she can make something happen, you don't have to go back out there and pitch. I would want that little motivation if I'm Lucy Baker at the plate. Like, hey, you don't have to go back out there if you're able to get this ball to the grass for a base hit.
Counts 1-1 with 2 outs. Runner at second. Baker on the ground to third. And the shortstop, Schwarzkopf, was trying to make the play. Runner ran into her, and the runner's called out. And they're asking for an explanation on the call because what did you think, Kinsey?
It's
who was
tough.
at fault there?
Well, it's tough because who has the priority on the play?
Yeah.
Is it the third baseman? So the ball is already behind her right there. The third baseman is making the play, but she runs into the shortstop who is not making the play. This is tricky. I could see this being overturned.
I agree.
Because of who was the contact was made. It was behind the play that was happening in front of them.
Yeah, the shortstop ran into her, backing up the third baseman.
Yeah, so as a base runner, your job is to avoid where the ball is being hit and not run into any defenders that are making a play, and that's what she did. She just ran into the shortstop. Yeah, it's the right call.
So good job by our volunteer umpire crew. Got that one right. And so the runner Cole will stay at third. So still a chance for Michigan to end the game by run rule here if they can get another run across, but there are 2 outs. Baker safe at first, Cribbs the batter.
And it's unfortunate for Washington because, in my opinion, Charlotte Green, the third baseman, or Charlie Scavera now, excuse me, the third baseman, could have easily just made that play. Yes, there's a little chaos happening behind you, but she had the ball in her glove. Her momentum was going towards first base. She had all the time to make the play. She just didn't.
And Mike Stevens, the Washington manager, asking for a little clarification on that call.
So you can see where our base runner is going. She's going behind the play, and that's where the collision happens. But she is clear of where the ball is being, fielded in front of her.
Cribbs trying to end the game with a base hit to score that run. Tried to slap it into left field.
Well, if you're Michigan, you get a little bit of a gift there. A call that was originally out, reversed to a safe. Now you have a runner in scoring position at third base, 60 feet away from getting your first win of the World Series. You've got to make it happen.
2 outs. Runner will go down to second base. So Baker makes it down to second. Michigan now the runners at second and third. Cribbs up to bat. Just needs to get one in. Good stop.
Save. Yeah.
Jones behind the plate made a good stop. She and DeGrooter have shared the catching duties today. Done a good job back there for Washington. Up high, 3-1. Walk would load the bases. That is hit up to first, and that should do it. As they score their 15th run. And that is going to end the game. So Central walks it off in the bottom of the 4th and wins 15-0. Cribbs with the single to end it and give Central their first win.
Dominant performance for Michigan. Obviously, offensively, they came to play 14 runs, 3 big innings, but then also you got to talk about Lucy Baker, the starting pitcher for Michigan. The shutout, only 2 hits through 4 innings. Michigan came to play today.
And a good start for Michigan. But again, this is just the first day of pool play, so if you lose your opener, you still have plenty more opportunities to make up for that. Top 4 teams from each pool advance to bracket play. So for Kenzie Fowler and our whole crew, I'm Sam Gore, saying so long from this field in Kirkland, but we've got one more game to come, and we will be back on the air as soon as we have teams on the field. It'll be Puerto Rico against Czechia, but for now, Michigan walks it off against Washington in the bottom of the 4th.